expect us to find that. Those heroes are trash. Nothing walks away from some little...
Whatever, Cherry. You're gonna learn.
They must be dead. All right, we're gonna move out. Your team over there, your team on that side.
Never been to this part of the island before. Giving me the creeps.
Recon, stay here.
You see this coming when Skell first showed up?
Stop right there! Who are you?
I was invited. Who the hell are you?
Another one. You can always turn around and go back down the mountain.
Things are a little tense, you know? Just watch how you handle that weapon. We don't allow shooting in Erewhon.
And what's Erewhon?
The cave. So we call it. Get in.
You ever think this is how your life would go? Never mind.
What is this place? Are you boys all right or what?
We're the only two left in our chalk. No radio, no drones. Between the two of us, we got 2 rifles and 8 mags.
Locals got water here. And some supplies.
Can you believe this place, man? God damn.
My mind's blown.
Yep.
And they're friendly more or less, but they're still keeping us on a short leash.
You boys know what took out our birds?
No clue. But there are definitely hostiles out there.
Tangled with some troops out there who were calling themselves wolves. You know who we're dealing with?
Now you're dealing with me. You the one in charge here? Who's asking? My call sign's Nomad. I'm the officer in charge of this operation. By operation, I assume you mean the massively wild screw-up.
Hey, old man. You playing nice?
I'm just trying to find out why a bunch of grunts are falling from the sky into our laps, honey. Well, someone sank a naval cargo ship off the coast. Then the entire archipelago of Aro went dark. Now, we were sent here to figure out what happened. Next thing we know, our choppers were taken down. Almost half of my soldiers are dead.
Best we can tell, there's some kind of military takeover. Sentinel, military contractors, they put this place under martial law, using the old boot-in-the-neck technique to enforce it.
Skeltech is still making all the high-tech stuff they always make. Except maybe now they're making more weapons. Not exactly the libertarian utopia J. Skell advertised.
Where can I find J. Skell?
The head of Skeltech himself. We haven't seen him, but his drones are keeping an eye on his islands.
So you think he's still a part of this?
We're just not sure why.
All right. Well, I'll put figuring it out on my to-do list. For now, I see our wounded.
Yeah. One of your guys needs to rest, but he won't shut up. Calm him down, yeah? And then come find me. I'll give you the guided tour.
You think this was how things were gonna go when Sentinel came in?
Oh. Hey. How are you, man?
Nomad. Who's left? Who made it?
Hey, you just relax, pal. I'm doing what I can.
You damn superhero. Here's another superpower.
can't find Midas. But Weaver... Hey, just relax, pal. We'll take care of it, all right?
And the Wasp.
Yeah. And with the comms blackout, I can't reach the ship. But I'll talk to Mad Shells, the big guy. He might have a boat I can use. Don't you worry. I'll come back with some help.
Go.
You ready for this fight?
I need to be brought up to speed on the situation here.
Hell, I don't know much. We try to stay away from what goes on the other side of the island. But lately, things have just gotten so you can't ignore it anymore.
What's been happening? Try to remember every detail you can.
Let's see. I guess it all started when the Skell headquarters was bombed. After that, everything changed. They brought in the security company, Sentinel. They were supposed to keep everything safe, but then it all went to shit.
You mean Skell went missing?
Missing? They said terrorists kidnapped him.
You believe that?
Hell no. They're making all that stuff up.
Why would they do that?
I have no idea. The only thing I can say for sure is ever since he went missing, Sentinel got a lot more aggressive. They're looking everywhere for Skell. They want him bad.
Listen, I'm gonna need to gear up, but I didn't exactly bring much cash on this trip.
If you're asking for money, I can't help you. Wish I could, but look, I need to buy my stock, and with things as they are...
Don't worry, I'll find a way to get what I need. Just tell me what people use to buy things on Aroa.
Well, the good news is everyone takes American dollars and New Zealand dollars. But they're pretty rare. Most people use something called Screds. It's some kind of computer money Skeltech came up with. Cryptocurrency, I think they call it. You can buy things with it just like regular money. Bunch of hooey, if you ask me.
What do I need to access it?
Oh, it's everywhere. It's virtual, you see? You can find it on just about any computer, or cell phones, or data pads. Hell, even the drones and relay antennas can get them. They're floating all around in signals, or some such thing.
Well, then I guess I'll be making some withdrawals. I'll see you around.
You be safe out there.
Yes, ma'am.
You ever see yourself doing this?
How's it going?
I'm good. But listen, I need to show you something. Over there on the table. Recognize him?
Yeah, his name is Victor Cost. He's old school Black Ops.
My guess is he's here with the CIA.
Well, if he's a mole, then he might be able to help us.
From what I can tell, his location is somewhere near the channels. You might want to start by looking there.
All right, I'll head over and see what I can dig up. This was a good find.
Glad I can help, even if I am all dinged up.
Will you ever see this coming?
Our mission here has been hard. So many lost. Hi. The hell of a rig you got there.
Yeah, she's a beaut, ain't she?
This is just a little maintenance work. But yeah, we managed to set up a system of hydropower with parts printed by the 3D lab.
But you printed the parts?
Pretty wild, huh? You should see the stuff Startup was putting together.
Hell, they could print much larger designs. Complex machinery, working parts, those kind of things.
Really?
This tech was invented to make the world accessible to everyone. When Sentinel took over the island, they started printing parts for their deadly drones. It ain't right.
Again with this? Look, we already know how you feel.
When I saw what they were doing with the program, I left. Joined up with the Homesteaders. But hey, if you're interested, why not check out the Startup?
Yeah, where's that at?
It's called Polymorph Modeling. It's down in the southeastern part of Smuggler Coves, west of the swamp.
Thanks. See you around.
Ready for this fight? You know, everything's gone to shit. So is the broadcast having any effect?
A group of outcasts saved my ass out there. Might be a good idea to join.
Nomad, Scott Mitchell here.
Sir, good to hear your voice.
I've seen the reports of your activity on Aroa. Good work. Conspiracy is degraded. But FSB has told us that Stone has aligned himself with a group of Russian ultra-nationalists. They have a stockpile of chemical weapons. We believe they intend to use the drone technology to conduct a coordinated terrorist attack against the U.S. Millions of American lives could be at stake. You're going to have to dismantle this new organization by eliminating their top leadership. Stone is the highest priority. I'm sending you an updated target deck with the HVTs. This comes all the way from the top, my friend. But with Congress and all eyes on us, can't send support.
Copy all, sir. I won't let you down.
We're counting on you, Nomad. Good luck.
You ever think of him up here?
How's your pal?
Holding up. Thanks for looking after him. You heard anything about a Lieutenant Colonel Walker?
That the guy that works with the troops call themselves the Wolves? Used to be Skeltech's military advisor. Heard he was an operator. You know him?
Yeah. Yeah, we met a couple times.
You got a mean look in your eye. You got big plans?
You know how I can get off this island?
Right. And leave us regular folk to fend for ourselves, huh? Auckland is 2,000 kilometers away. It's an awful long way to run with your tail between your legs.
I'm not running, Mads. The USS Wasp is a couple dozen clicks off the coast. If I can get there, I can come back here with some help.
The Wasp, huh? Not sure I'm fond of the idea of a bunch of squids running around our island.
Well, there are a couple of jarheads on board, too.
Well, if that's the case... Look, I'll be straight with you. We know that we're no match for former Spec Ops. So some of our friends, homesteaders and Skell employees both, are leaving the island on a couple of boats. Can you get them protection on the Wasp?
Absolutely.
All right. I'll tell you where the boats are.
Heard from Samuel?
Not since last week. I'm sure everything's fine.
Last time I saw him, he was stomping through here like a goddamn hurricane.
Oh, we need to...
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
Here you go.
Did you ever see this coming?
Hostiles are definitely here. Stay sharp.
Talking about things they know nothing about. That's all this is.
And no one's out here. No one's gonna be out here. How about you just stay alert?
How long we gotta stay out here? There's nothing.
Back is killing me.
Yeah, my side's...
We got hostiles! Move your ass!
Come on, show yourself!